What up, Stamp Gang? This is Sade of Sade No Days Off. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. For those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, I love the season of gratitude, man. If you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me, as well as turn on the notifications, because I post at the end of every week and you want to know when I post. This week I'm doing something a little bit different and talking about my November favorites. There are a lot of items that I have been using and utilizing over the past month or two, and I wanted to share that with you guys because most of them are, you know, wellness and travel related. So I did want to show those to you, especially because it's the holiday season and you might have a traveler or a wellness lover in your life. So I have things that are skincare related, some that are travel related, and then some wellnessy type things. Okay, so let's go on and get started. The first thing I want to share with you all is this guy right here. This is a moisturizer that I made, and I had been looking for a new moisturizer, and I'm all about DIY what I can. So I found this recipe, and I had most of the stuff already in my house because natural hair. So I picked up one of these glass bottles and made a moisturizer for my skin type, and it has essential oils in it, which is also really nice, so it smells really good. It has lavender and frankincense, so when I put it on I immediately feel more at ease, which is really good. It makes me feel happier. But this thing has been working wonders, and I use it as I layer my my products on my face. So I use this as sort of a serum, oil moisturizer, and then put on like my light SPF moisturizer on top of it before I leave the house in the morning, or I'll put on like shea butter on top of this at night. But I've been using this for a couple of months now, and I haven't even gotten halfway through the bottle. I usually use just like a half a squirt in my hand and then rub it in and rub it on my face. But if you want to, I'm gonna do a tutorial on how I make this, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really good. Next item I got because I was looking, you know, like I said, for skincare items, and Korean skincare has been hitting the internets like crazy. It has been a real thing, talking about, you know, Korean beauty and skincare and things like that, and the, you know, long list of steps that it takes to put into, you know, a Korean beauty routine. They have wonderful skin. So I've sort of adopted some of that. I don't have a whole lot of steps, I don't think, but you know, I have been adding things, and I picked up this from Peach and Lily. It's a Makeup raw sauce, and this is about an ounce and a half. It's a travel trial size, and this is made out of maple syrup, and it is, as you can, if you can see it, it's kind of watery, but it has a little bit of a thicker texture than water. And this stuff is amazing. It smells so fresh. Like, it has a really light scent, but really what it does is to add moisture onto the skin. This is a toner, essence, and like emulsion, I think. So it's 3 steps in one, which for a busy person like myself is great. But I really like this stuff. I put it on between my toner and moisturizer, and it's just like 4 little drops, and you know, pat it into the skin, and it's just, oh guys, it's so nice. But I picked this up. This was $14 on Peach and Lily, but I used the coupon code refill. I'm not sure if it's still working, and I got $10 off of my order, and there was no minimum. So with shipping, I ended up only paying about $10 for this, which is great. And like, I don't know if you guys can see, but I've only used that much. I haven't even put a dent in it, and I've been using this almost every day, twice a day. So I do it in the morning and the evening. Love this stuff. But the big bottle, which I might get after I finish this, is $43, but you know, it pays for itself because, like I said, I've only used about this much of my bottle in a little over a month. I saw a shirt that said "Black girls got the juice" when I was in Croatia. One of the guys on the yacht had it, and I was like, I need this. I need this in my life because black girls got the juice. So I went on to the website. It's called The Right Fit, and they have all of this stuff, and they had a tote bag. I love a good tote bag, y'all. Has the tote bag. It says, let me move that. Tote bag says "Black girls got the juice." It's awesome. And what I love about it is a canvas tote bag, and it's a really good size. Like, it's more long than it is wide. It has a zipper enclosure on the top, and it also has a zipper pouch on the inside that has a zipper enclosure as well. But it's also really compact, and you can fold this up and throw it in the bottom of a book bag or whatever bag you're taking with you when you're traveling, and you have a day bag. Travel hack. But the bag retailed for, I want to say it was $19.99. I think The Right Fit is having a sale because it is Black Friday. So you might want to check the website come Monday to see if they have these things on sale. But I love that bag. It's a really nice bag, real sturdy. I have not traveled with it yet, but I do plan on it to just throw it in another bag so I have a day pack if I need a bigger bag than a purse, which is really nice. The last thing that I got that is lifestyle travel related, but I guess it's also wellness related as well, is this little guy. This is a smudge spray that I found on Etsy. Retails for $5.99, and I got it from Rooted Earth Farms, which is in Maine. And if you don't know what smudging is, it's when you take Palo Santo or sage and you burn it, and then you walk around a room or smudge yourself, and it's supposed to relieve stagnant, stale, and even bad energies out of a space so that it feels better. Now, I got this, I actually started looking for this when I was going on Yacht Week, because my thought was, you know, I'm getting on a boat that people have been on. I don't know who been in there. I need to at least smudge where I'm sleeping, those kinds of things. So I found this, and it has white sage and lavender and Maine water that she puts like tiny quartz crystals. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's tiny quartz crystals in the bottom. And it smells so good. This is a happiness smudge spray, and as you can see, I've used most of it. Like, I've used over half of the bottle, but it's lasted a long time because I've had it since a little before Yacht Week. And I've used it to smudge the house. It works. I've sprayed it on my pillow before I go to sleep, and because it's, you know, got essential oil in it, aromatherapy, it really calming. It's nice. It's really good. And this is great, especially if you're in a spot where you cannot burn anything. This relieves that. And this is a 1 ounce bottle, so definitely can slip this into your toiletry bag and take it on your travels, which is why I bought the small one. But it comes in like 3 different sizes, like 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and like 4 ounce, I think. So major key, friends. So I want to do some music, which is, like I said, this is new, music and podcast. So I want to talk about a few things that I've been listening to, like on repeat, all for the last month, 2 months. I've been listening to Austin Blue, who I discovered on one of my friend's Snapchats. He went to a performance of his, and it's gold. It is alternative R&B-ish, and he's like a nerdy white guy that plays the guitar. Like, I bought that immediately. It was only like $4 anyway on iTunes, and I really enjoyed it. It's just, if you like alternative kind of R&B songster type music, this is a really good album. I like it a lot. I definitely sign off on it. The other thing that I've been listening to a lot is Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcast. It has been amazing. You know, I'm all about the wellness, and Oprah's podcast, if you haven't heard of it, she has a lot of guests. She has a guest every week. These sessions are only about 30 minutes, 28 to 30 minutes. And they talk about life and the soul and how to live better and how to think differently. It's just a lot of different themes relating to those sorts of topics. And she's had people like Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, Eckhart Tolle. She's had Tracy Morgan, who talked about his near-death experience, and that was amazing. My friend Amani turned me on to it, to that particular episode, and I've been listening to it. One of the recent episodes was Shonda Rhimes, and I got my life just listening to that, because she was talking about a little bit about her book Year of Yes and how that related to her life sort of in general. But it was amazing. I really enjoyed that podcast, and I listened to it when I'm working out. I love to listen to podcasts when I am running, working out, but also when I walk to school. So or clean. It's just one of those things that you can engage your mind in while you're doing other things. So I really enjoyed that. Lastly, books. Okay, so you all know that I love a good self-help book, mostly because I just love challenging my mind, and I have been starting to read these sorts of books kind of as part of my devotional practice, and I just read a few pages until I feel like I need to stop and just like let it digest, and I might take my notes and I underline and things like that. First book that I've been reading that I'm really enjoying is this one, You're a Badass at Making Money. And you've heard me talk about Jen Sincero before, because I read You're a Badass, which was such a good book. I do enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. This one is great. I'm maybe about a quarter of the way through, maybe a little less, because like I said, I've been reading it really slowly, purposely. And this has been good for helping me to think through how I think about money, my mental framework for money and wealth, and to think about those things in terms of, you know, how I want to live my life versus how I live my life now. It's really good for that. And she's such a personable writer, which is great. It makes it a really easy read, but there's also a lot of gems in there that make you go, huh, I hadn't thought of that, or that is absolutely right. So I really enjoyed starting to read through this one. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite things for the month of November. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel. Have a good one. Bye.